You know, this is definitely not a new idea. Probably one of the most common videos I see in the art YouTube sector are people doing, oh, it's 5-color challenge, 3-color challenge, 1-color challenge, 7-color challenge. And no, I'm not sitting here to bash them because that's absolutely what I'm going to be doing for at least like half my channel is doing these stupid color challenges. And I'm doing one right now. Back in January, Sarah and Craig from the Dragonfly Games Discord server sent me a birthday gift. They sent me a set of 7 Copic markers that were just supposedly randomly picked from my spreadsheet. I have a checklist of the colors that I still need and the colors that I already have. And I guess they just went down the list and picked 7 and sent them. But when I got them, I realized that the colors they picked were kind of nice. It kind of looked like its own palette. Like you have the light pinks and you have the light blues and like a real dark pink right here. And I thought to myself when I first saw that, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do one of those color challenges that they do on the YouTube. Just another step towards me becoming a popular art YouTuber, am I right? Am I right? So we have 7 colors here, and the goal for this video is to create an illustration using only these 7 colors. And I am gonna cheat and bring in an 8th color, which is the Colorless Blender, which is actually colorless. It doesn't actually have any pigment, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna bring that in, but whatever. My channel, my rules. The absolute most obnoxious color out of all 7 of these, the RV59 Argyle Purple. And as a matter of fact, these don't really match either. This is purpler, this is greener, this is blue, this is bright, this is light, this is orange. So when I first had this idea back when I recorded the intro for the very first time, I thought this was going to be a cakewalk, and I later found out this was not going to be easy. That's what you guys subscribe for, right? To see me overcome adversity and create some good content. Why am I even still talking? Let's just get started. Let's go. It's springtime, guys, and you know what that means. It's cherry blossom season. Everywhere you look, there's stupid cherry blossoms and people posting Starbucks tumblers and mugs from Japan with the beautiful cherry blossom patterns, and you can't buy them because they are extremely upcharged and extremely expensive to ship, so you just get sad and you sit here like, well, I want to enjoy cherry blossoms too, so I'm going to go paint cherry blossoms on this picture, and that's going to be enough for me. Tangent aside, I decided to, I was kind of inspired by Sarah mainly. What was funny is I was actually Sarah's Secret Santa for the Dragonfly Games Discord Secret Santa, and she put on her likes list that she likes butterflies. So definitely a huge inspiration for this drawing. I decided to draw a couple fey dragons, they're kind of small, they kind of remind me more of bugs or like birds. And I gave them butterfly wings because why not? And also it's for Sarah, so I know she'd probably like it. Hugely inspired by the color palette being lots of pinks and light blues and pastels and gentle, sweet, springtimey, Easter kind of like colors, which is not really my thing. So just like before, I am going to do the line art on the computer to print. And you guys may remember my last video where I just had a crazy awful time doing the line art on printed paper. This time I have a solution. I purchased Expressit blending cards. They're 8.5 by 11 size, they're perfect for the printer, and they are actually designed for Copic markers and for printing. So this is gonna be my first time giving that a try. We're gonna see if I like it or not. So far so good. I played with it a little bit and it seemed pretty nice. But this will be the first real illustration I will try by printing line art, and we'll see how it goes. I can still return it to Amazon if I don't like it. I feel no remorse for Amazon at all. Screw those guys. But God forbid if they're late delivering my next day delivery. I got a little crazy with the line art this time around. I was really kind of tunnel visioned into all those flowers. There's so many. And here you go, guys, the line art is now finished. Nice and sharp and not too crazy. I didn't go too nuts. I kind of wanted to leave the dragons bolder than the flowers. I got my art tape down, ready to go, you guys. Let's try this new paper out. I got my 7 colors lined up, and then of course my secret 8th color, the Colorless Blender. Not actually a color, by the way. I'm gonna start with the background first, and let's see how this card blends. I already don't like it. The fact that I put the color down and then I put it down again and it just got darker and darker and darker.
but blending wasn't so bad. I think something I had to learn with this paper, and I didn't understand it at the time, but I understand it now, is that the marker ink does go down very dark, and it gets darker and darker and darker, like I said, but after it dried for a little bit, it started to look a lot nicer. But I did go pretty heavy on the color, because again, I wasn't used to this paper, and to be honest, I'm still not sold on it, even in the future. The colors were very inspiring. It reminded me a lot of like a sunrise. We had that salmon pink, which is like a weird orange, and then we had the pink and the light blues, and it just reminded me so much of like an early morning, sun's rising. I decided for the background we'll keep it super simple and just do a plain gradient from blue up top to pink on the bottom. I will give the Blend It card this. I was able to make a lot of different colors with only the range that I had. Layering the blue on top of the pink like that gave me such a rich purple, so maybe I don't hate it as much as I say I do, but I'm still not happy. One problem that I did run into though was the blues in this palette do not like each other very much. The one I'm using right now is like a light, kind of like a light purple, light blue, but then all the other blues are just so blue. I tried to add a little bit of blue to the top and blend it out, and it didn't work. It just would not blend. No regrets though, because I mean in the end you really can't even tell, but I was pretty annoyed by it. So how would you guys like to see how it looks in real time to color these things? Let me know in the comments below if you like seeing like these shorter clips of just the marker hitting the paper, real time, the process. I had to do this for every single flower, by the way. It took a while, but it was kind of relaxing at the same time. Very therapeutic, I guess. All that work for a little flower, huh? Let's do that another 25 times. I decided to use that super dark pink, that Argyle purple, for the wood, and that's the only place I'm going to use it. It's just so dark, it won't blend with anything. I really wanted to use something dark on their wings later. You'll see I do not use this purple for it though, because it actually looks pretty good as wood, because it's just so dark. It's not brown, but I mean, it's fine. It actually goes really nicely. I think I got lucky this time with this color. You'll see I'm using the chisel tip, the very fine tip of it, to get those little tiny branches that I kind of foolishly drew in. The brush is a little too thick for it, so thank you, Copic, for having that nice chisel tip. We're going to start coloring the bottom dragon first. I wanted to pick blue. I use a little bit of Colorless Blender just to kind of get some highlights on there. The two blues that I have do not blend. I mean, they blend okay, but you can't see them because they're so close to each other. So I did this, and I was thinking kind of as I was coloring, how am I going to shade this thing? Because the two blues just don't really work together. But then I had an idea. What if I blended blue and pink? I thought it'd be cute to have their tails a different color. Kind of reminds me of like a lizard. Also heavily inspired by the World of Warcraft Fey Dragons, I think. If you guys remember those, or if you ever played World of Warcraft and you remember the Fey Dragon, let me know. Those were always one of my favorite monsters. But just adding that dark pink into that blue created a really interesting effect, and I think it really worked out to bring the shadows and some value to it. But then came the next challenge. What was I supposed to do with the wings? And you know what? I think we'll deal with that later. I put off the hard parts to last, you notice that? Top dragon's to be pink, of course, nice contrast. And I love this light pink that she got me. Oh man, that cotton candy pink. It's like the perfect pink. It goes with anything. Now, the set did come with a darker pink, so I could have easily just shaded that light pink to a dark pink and called it a day, but I wanted it to be consistent with the bottom one. So I gave her a blue tail, and I decided to shade the light pink with the blue. Kind of gives it a really iridescent effect. Is that the word? Iridescent. I played Flight Rising. I know what iridescent is. Alright, I can't hide from my problems forever. It's time to do those stupid wings, and... well, I mean, I liked how it turned out so far. I didn't want to ruin it. I actually took a break. Oh, I forgot the hand. You guys see it? The hand is white. Don't worry, I fix that later. Oh, alright, let's... alright, how are we gonna do the wings, guys? What do you think? I didn't want something dark, so I pick out that dark pink, and I'm hesitating because I don't trust myself to do this right. Ah! Okay, no going back now. Alright, it's not that bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. I wish I had a darker pink, but it's a challenge, right? You gotta use what you have. My original idea was to have blue wings on the pink dragon, but I kind of backtracked on that at the very last minute. And I'm happy I did, because I think this turned out pretty nice. Not the most exciting color range there, but... well, you know what? Who cares? As long as you guys like it, what do I care? I'm just the artist. The ever-critical artist, right? Alright, pinky's done. Time for blue boy. I'm gonna do the same thing, pick the darkest blue I have and just kind of go at it, see what happens. I did notice as I was doing this though that the Express It paper is very streaky. It blends beautifully, but I need to put like a second layer or something over it to blend, or else I'm gonna get those streaks, and it's super annoying if I just want one layer of color. I think I still prefer Bristol board, but you can't print on Bristol board or it's gonna smear the ink everywhere, as we have seen. I guess I could just stop doing line art on the computer. We're just about done, guys, believe it or not. Like, this drawing's almost finished. It did not take me long. I think the raw footage was only like maybe an hour and a half worth, so it was a very fast color job. I think I spent more time doing the sketch and the line art than I did the actual coloring. I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it was pretty, you know, it wasn't so hard. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, for sure. I kind of went into this a little scared. I wasn't sure how those 7 colors were going to play. Maybe I was just lucky that they all worked out together. Maybe my next challenge will not be so forgiving. We'll see. Gonna add some white, bring the whole thing to life, and we are done, guys. This is it. We did it. Our very first 7-color challenge on this channel is complete. My favorite part is always adding little details. I took some extra markers. I added some spots for scales, some stripes on the tail, just to give it a bit more detail and interest. And we're finished, just like that. Sarah and Craig, thank you so much for sending me Copic markers for my birthday. And for all of you other guys who have sent me markers, please don't be jealous. This just kind of happened. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I hope y'all enjoy the art. I hope you guys enjoy the picture and the video. Let me know if you want to see some more color challenges in the future. Lord knows I got plenty of ideas. And I will see you guys in the next video.